Today, we're diving into one of the messiest breakups to come out of the reality TV world recently. The whirlwind marriage and dramatic divorce of Porsha Williams and Simon Guobadia. From a fairy tale romance to a $5 million fallout. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Jaleesa Unfiltered, where we break down everything viral, messy, and trending on your timeline. From celebrity chaos to social media drama, I'm giving you the real story, no filter. If you're feeling the content, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new here. All right, let's talk about it. Before we get into the relationship, though, let's talk a little bit about Simon. Simon Guobadia is a Nigerian-American businessman and film producer, but most people didn't really know who he was until he started appearing on Real Housewives of Atlanta as the husband of Fallon Pena. Y'all remember, Simon was still legally married when he started dating Porsha Williams publicly. He presented himself as wealthy, successful, and spiritual. Private jets, fine dining, lavish vacations, it was all over his Instagram. Some people even alluded to the fact that he might allegedly be a scammer, but that's just rumors. But behind the scenes, there were already whispers about financial issues, a complicated immigration status, and rumors that his money might not be as long as it looked. Now let's talk about the timeline because it shocked everybody. In May 2021, Porsha announced that she and Simon were engaged just 1 month after they started dating, and shortly after he had split from Fallon. To make things even more scandalous, Porsha had filmed scenes with Fallon on Real Housewives of Atlanta just weeks before, acting like they were friends. So when the engagement news dropped, it looked messy, and fans accused Porsha of breaking up Fallon's home, and had people asking, Porsha, why you take that girl husband? But Porsha insisted she and Fallon were never friends and that her relationship with Simon was the real deal. She said she was living in her truth and wasn't going to apologize for finding love. Fast forward to November 2022, the couple went all out with not one, but 2 extravagant weddings, a Nigerian traditional ceremony to honor Simon's heritage, and a lavish American celebration. The dresses, the diamonds, the drama, it was a Bravo-level spectacle, and the cameras were there to capture every moment. Social media couldn't stop talking about it. From the Rolls-Royce gifts to designer outfits and the jet-setting vacations, Porsha looked like she was living the dream. But of course, dreams can be deceiving. Barely over a year later, in February 2024, Porsha filed for divorce. What happened? Well, reports say things hit a boiling point after a major argument on Valentine's Day of all days. And behind the scenes, Simon's legal troubles, including immigration issues and a brewing deportation case, were becoming impossible to ignore. Just days later, Porsha filed for divorce in Fulton County Court, citing that the marriage was irretrievably broken. She also cited concerns about Simon's immigration issues. And let's talk about that. While they were married, Simon was allegedly under investigation by ICE due to expired visas and questionable documentation. After Porsha filed for divorce, Simon was detained by U.S. immigration authorities and placed in ICE custody for several months. Eventually, he was deported back to Nigeria. Many people believe the stress from that situation played a major role in the breakdown of the marriage. But in my opinion, Porsha had to know that Simon wasn't all the way legit, and there was a possibility that he could face immigration issues. Fallon called him out on some of these things. What if this was all a part of Porsha's plan along with her baby daddy Dennis? Maybe he was in on it too. Bait Simon in, marry him, secure a prenup, divorce when his legal issues hit the fan, and potentially walk away with a fat payout. Who knows? And now she and Dennis are co-parenting better than ever. But that's just my opinion. I believe I caught the play. Let me know if you agree in the comments. Anyway, according to Simon himself, he was blindsided. He told Page Six that he regrets the marriage entirely and claims he was targeted for financial reasons. He said Porsha slid in his DMs offering prayers and support after he filed for his divorce from Fallon. He even suggested that he felt like Porsha used him and that he was never truly loved for who he was. And I mean, it doesn't take someone with 20/20 vision to notice that Porsha was clearly with Simon for what he had to offer financially, and he was with her because of how she looks. Period. Now, here's where the drama becomes legal. According to court documents, Porsha claimed she needed to protect herself. The couple had signed a prenup, and when the divorce went through, the court enforced it completely. Porsha walked away with $40,000 a month in spousal support for about a year, full ownership of the Rolls-Royce Simon gifted her, and the right to live in their $7 million mansion until 2027, as long as she covers the mortgage and maintenance. Yep, that's a pretty sweet deal. While in ICE custody, Simon started posting cryptic messages on social media, even launching a merch line with slogans like "Free Simon." That man is a character, y'all. He's currently trying to appeal a divorce settlement from overseas. Simon isn't going down without a fight. Now, after the divorce was finalized, Porsha opened up about what she called a nightmare divorce. In an exclusive interview with People magazine, she said, quote, "I had to protect myself. I can finally exhale," and recreated Angela Bassett's character iconic scene after she set her husband's car on fire from the movie Waiting to Exhale. Porsha also addressed the backlash, especially those accusing her of being a gold digger. Her response? She says people misunderstood her motives from the start and that the relationship was real until it just wasn't. Of course, social media had a lot to say about this whole situation. Some fans are praising Porsha for how she handled things, saying things like she played the game and won, $40,000 a month and a Rolls-Royce, she's set. But others are calling foul, saying Simon was used, saying that man never stood a chance, saying that Porsha knew what she was doing from day one, which I agree. And some Nigerian users in particular were warning about flashy marriages and rushed relationships, saying Simon ignored the red flags too. Today, Porsha is focused on moving forward, raising her daughter, expanding her brand, and her return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta with Dennis nearby. Meanwhile, Simon is still in Nigeria working on his legal battles and continuing to use Instagram to air it all out. So what do y'all think? Was this just a messy love story gone wrong, or was somebody playing chess while the other played checkers? Did the prenup save Porsha, or did Simon get played? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All right, loves, this is Jaleesa. I said what I said. Until next time, stay real with no filter. Peace.